Welcome to the Batman Arkham series complete story. Today it's time to talk about the game that we all fell in love with, Arkham City. It's been about 1 year since the events of Arkham Asylum, and the Warden of Arkham, Quincy Sharp, has taken sole credit for halting Joker's siege. He used this to become the mayor of Gotham City, and because of everything that happened in Arkham Asylum and Blackgate Prison, he's declared that neither one of those were suitable to hold the detainees of each prison and converted the slums of Gotham into a prison all by itself, known as Arkham City. This new facility is then placed into the hands of Hugo Strange and his private military firm, Tiger. His plan is to let the inmates do whatever they want, as long as they don't try to escape. With this officially built and up and running, Bruce Wayne decides to hold a press conference in the front of the city's gates, only to be arrested and then imprisoned in Arkham City by Tiger. And so begins the story of Arkham City. Bruce wakes up with cuffs on, with Strange telling him that he in fact knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman. He then releases him into the city, stating that he can now start Protocol 10 since Wayne is here. Bruce Wayne begins to walk into the city, and he quickly runs into Penguin and his goons right away. Using them, he breaks his cuffs and he manages to break Penguin's hand. He then scales a nearby building and dials up Alfred, asking for the Batsuit, because it'll make things a bit easier if he's Batman. With all of the criminals in Gotham loose in this city, Batman has his hands full, and the first thing that he needs to do is rescue Catwoman, who is about to be killed by Two-Face. He breaks in just in time and he frees her, and then he ties up Two-Face. Following rescuing her, he begins to ask her what is Protocol 10, but she has no idea. But she does know that the Joker is here in the city, and he's working with Hugo Strange. In response to that, the Joker tries to assassinate her with a bullet, and Batman has to track the path of the bullet back to the local steel mill. Inside of Joker's hideout, Batman learns that the Joker's blood was tainted by the Titan serum from the last game, and he is dying. But the Joker has his own plan to get a cure. He captures Batman and he performs a blood transfusion, giving Batman the same blood disease that the Joker himself is suffering from. To make things even more interesting, Joker reveals that he infected the local hospitals with his tainted blood. Realizing that he'll need to find the cure to save himself and everyone, he asks the Joker where is the cure so he can get to work looking for it. The Joker informs him that he had their old buddy Mr. Freeze working on the cure, but he went missing and Joker thinks he was kidnapped by the Penguin. So Batman sets off to free Mr. Freeze from the Penguin. As he makes his way through the hideout, he fights Solomon Grundy and even the Penguin himself, but he eventually does free Freeze. And Freeze tells him that the cure isn't complete, it's unstable in its current state and it's useless. After a bit of detective work, he realizes that the restorative agents in the Lazarus pits in Ra's al Ghul's blood should be able to complete this cure. So he begins running around looking for Ra's al Ghul, and he tracks him down to an underground lair beneath Arkham City. Ra's tries his own plan to convince the Dark Knight to lead the League of Assassins by threatening his daughter Talia al Ghul. But Batman just uses a remote batarang and hits Ra's in the back of the head, stunning him long enough for Batman to take his blood. He then makes his way back to Freeze to have him work on the cure, but Freeze is tired of taking orders from Batman, and he decides that they're going to fight. While they're fighting, Harley Quinn steals the cure and she runs off with it, leaving Batman with nothing. Then, to make his night even more interesting, as he's leaving, Vicky Vale, the local reporter, crash lands, and he finds himself running all over Gotham, saving her and then getting stuck in various battles with other villains. Once Batman finally makes it back to the Joker, he finds him magically all better and healed. And as the two of them begin to fight over the cure, Hugo Strange finally starts Protocol 10, and it's revealed to be his plan to kill every criminal in Arkham City by launching missile strikes throughout the entire city. Joker and Batman continue fighting, and Talia shows up, begging the Joker to spare Batman, and if he does so, she'll give him immortality. Batman finds himself helped out of the rubble by Catwoman, and then he discovers that the Joker has run off with Talia as his hostage. This leaves Batman with two options: save Talia or stop Hugo Strange and Protocol 10, saving the entire city. At first, Batman wants to go save Talia, but Alfred reminds him that he needs to save the city. One life does not outweigh the thousands that will be lost if he lets Hugo win. So Batman goes to the tower where Hugo Strange is waiting for him, and he deactivates Protocol 10. But that's when things get interesting, as Strange gets a sword in the stomach from Ra's al Ghul. It's revealed that this whole thing is a plan from Ra's al Ghul, and with Strange's dying breath, he activates Protocol 11, a self-destruct device located in the tower. With only 5 seconds to get out of the tower, both Ra's and Batman leap out of the tower as it's exploding, and he then grabs Ra's. Ra's then takes his sword and stabs himself through the stomach to prevent himself from being captured, and in an attempt to stab Batman through his back. Luckily, Batman let go just in time, and Ra's lands impaled on a fence, while Batman lands gracefully to the city. Just then, Joker calls Batman, telling him that he's going to kill Talia unless he meets Joker in the theater. So Batman makes his way to the theater, where Joker is demanding the cure. This confuses Batman because, as he says, you already have the cure. And in the confusion of Joker and Batman both trying to figure out who actually has the cure, Talia spins the Joker around and stabs him in the chest. She then reveals that she actually stole the cure from Harley, and Joker never got it. Batman puts it all together then. Joker was never cured. It was actually Clayface pretending to be a cured Joker. At that moment, the sick and dying Joker takes a shot and kills Talia. Clayface then turns back into normal Clayface and fights against Batman, declaring that he did this for the role of a lifetime. Batman does defeat Clayface, but Joker still has one plan, which is to blow up the entire theater, forcing both Batman and Joker to fall into Ra's al Ghul's lair down beneath it. Seeing one final chance to revive himself, Joker tries to get into the pit, but Batman destroys it before he can. He then drinks the cure himself, taking it away from the Joker. With only a small amount of it left, Batman debates giving it to the Joker. But the Joker decides to not wait any longer, and he tries to attack Batman so he can take the cure for himself. As he stabs Batman, Batman drops the cure, breaking any hope of being saved for the Joker. He then looks down at the Joker and he tells him, "What's funny is after everything you've done, I would have saved you." And he then watches as the Joker dies to his illness. Batman is in shock that he actually killed the Joker, and he carries him out of the theater speechless. Catwoman, Robin, and Gordon all meet with him to see if he's okay, but he just leaves the body of the Joker on the hood of a car and walks away from the scene speechless. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you're as excited about Arkham Knight as I am. Make sure you follow us on Twitter @EligibleMonster, and we'll see you guys next time right here.